Hello ladies, today's video I have something very special for you. I am going to share with you 9 masturbation tips to help you orgasm. This is actually a question that I've received from somebody from my community. She wanted to know, do you have good tips for women? Because sometimes it's so difficult to get to that orgasms. So I decided to make this video to help all the women out there who need just a little extra inspiration to reach the big O. I am Céline Remy, the Intimacy Angel, and I am here to help you bring your sexy back in life. So orgasms, oh, everybody wants some. Now remember that orgasms can come in all sizes and shapes. Sometimes they are mind-blowing, sometimes they are earth-shattering, sometimes they are just like a little buzz and very subtle. Don't always expect to feel the exact same sensations with your orgasms. Be open to explore how your orgasm wants to show up today and the sensations that you are going to experience. Now know that if you haven't yet been able to experience an orgasm, or if it's difficult for you to get there, there are a few things that can get in the way, but ultimately you are an orgasmic woman. You are even a multi-orgasmic woman, and you can have more than one. It's just that you need to figure out the pathways and the proper ways to stimulate your body. Nobody can give you an orgasm. It's not like chocolate or flour. It's something that you open up to, and it's something that you discover for yourself. So nothing will replace your taking the time to learn about your body and discover what you like. So my tip number 1 to help you get to an orgasm is about your stress level. You must reduce your stress level. It is so much more difficult to get to a place of relaxation or experience orgasm if your cortisol level or your stress levels are really high. And when you have high cortisols, it throws your hormones out of balance. It will lower your oxytocin. You need a lot of higher levels of oxytocin to have stronger orgasms. So understand that the stress you experience in the daily life can actually affect how your body responds in the bedroom. So make it your priority to reduce your stress levels. Number 2, celebrate yourself and your body. Your body is beautiful just the way you are. Don't spend so much time judging yourself because it's not looking the way that you wished it was, or that it looks in magazines or whatever. It is important to fully love and accept yourself. If you are hating yourself, hating different body parts, it's going to be difficult to have this loving, kind relationship with your body, and it's going to get in the way of your ability to get to an orgasm. My tip number 3 is to schedule some undisturbed me time. You know, it's that time where you get to fully give to yourself. As women, we tend to be overgivers. We're always busy and we take care of all of our families. And it's difficult to run on an empty cup. You actually can't, it's not sustainable. So it's important to give yourself permission to replenish your own cup so that you can have the energy to have an orgasm, so that you can have energy for yourself, so that you can have energy to even attempt self-pleasuring. My tip number 4 is for you to start to make time to be in your pleasure. Pleasure is not just something you do when you are in the bedroom, it's a way of life. Are you going through life really just not enjoying things and not receiving things and not giving yourself permission to be in your pleasure? Or are you enjoying everything? Are every cells in your body, every fibers in your body resonating with pleasure? If that's the case, then you are doing great. If not, amp up the pleasure in your life so that you can be more receptive to it in everywhere, including in the bedroom. My tip number 5 is that you need to get to know yourself and what turns you on. this is self-exploration is necessary. Sometimes you're going to discover things that feel really good. Sometimes you might be like, that's not really for me. But you've got to figure things out. You've got to touch yourself, touch your body, figure out what are the zones that are erogenous for you, what are the zones that feel so good. Because if you know how you like to be touched and what the kind of pressure and what you like, you can ask for that too when you are with your partner, which will make it easier too for you to have an orgasm with somebody else. But it does start with yourself, so give yourself time. One of the biggest mistakes too that I see women doing is this should be happening really quickly. You have to understand that it's very normal to take 20 minutes, 30 minutes, up to 45 minutes before you can have an orgasm. One of the things that happens is that sometimes we just don't give it enough time and enough pressure, and it's not enough. It doesn't get us there. So be willing to dedicate some time, to spend some time on your erogenous zones and give yourself enough time and pressure to get to an orgasm. So now that we are talking about some of the more specific zones, I want to talk about a few stops that we need to include. You want to make sure that you include your breasts. Your breasts are connected to your sex. Your breasts are like your doorway to your heart. Give yourself a breast massage. Let your heart melt open. Let your heart open up and soften. Allow the energy of love, cultivate that energy within yourself and allow it to circulate in your body. So make sure you include your breast into your equation. It doesn't just have to be something like you're like, oh, I'm self-pleasuring and going straight to my genitalia. No, give your body some loving attention and especially your breasts. My tip number 7 is about your clitoris. You have to understand that your clitoris is not just a little button on the surface. Your clitoris has a head, a shaft, and it has legs that are innerved, that go all the way deep inside your vagina. What that means is that this is a whole erectile network, and you don't want to just focus on the clitoris. You want to focus on the entire network to get yourself engorged and puffed up. But when you are on your clitoris, you want to also explore what feels good. Some of the movements that feel really good can be a circle movements, or it could be more of a side movement. You want the pressure to be light, but just enough that you can relax into it and give it enough consistency and rhythm. The clitoris really loves rhythm. Don't try to change all the time. Find 1 or 2 moves that feel really good and give your clitoris some good attention and relax. And also know that your clitoris is more than this button, and kind of feel everything else that is connected, that you can feel that it's swelling up. Maybe your labias are swelling up, or you can feel the inside of your vagina. Everything is starting to react to the stimulation of the erectile network. So explore your clitoris gently. Try with a finger, try with a vibrator, and really just give it enough time. Don't go too fast, too hard, because sometimes it can overwhelm you and then you can't feel anything. It's better to go slowly and add a little bit of oil to make it smooth and slippery. Now let's talk about your vagina inside. You want to explore the zones that feel really good. So if you insert your finger or a dildo, by the way, do not insert anything until you feel that you are engorged and ready. But once you are and you insert a finger, you want to go about 2 knuckles deep and go up towards your pubic bone. That's about the area where your G-spot, which is not really a spot, is. And you want it's basically the urethral sponge, and you want to stimulate these areas. It's okay to go a little bit to the side, go to a little bit to the right, to the left, go a little bit deeper and find that. While you are inside, continue stimulating on your clitoris, because remember, your clitoris has the legs. So if you are stimulating your clitoris from the outside and you have your finger inside, you are then making that connection between the outer and the inner, and that is where everything and the magic can happen. My last tip is to take it slow and to relax. One of the biggest mistakes that people do is they want to get there really fast. And the key is to surrender. The key is not to force anything. The key is to slowly enjoy every sensations and notice it may not be mind-blowing today. Maybe it might just be like this little tingle. But the thing is, if you feel energized after your self-pleasure session and you feel like your energy has been increased, you have reached a fantastic place, whether or not you've reached that big O. But again, give yourself enough time. Like I said, 45 minutes is not unusual. So be willing to stick to it, to stick to what feels good. And when something feels good, stay with it, breathe, and slowly continue the move, increasing the pace a little bit. Increase and add your hips and your whole body because it becomes a full body experience. All right, I hope today's tips were helpful in helping you get to earn orgasms, and let me know in the comment below which one is your favorite to help you get to an orgasm, because hey, we need to help each other get there. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you in my next video.
Research suggests CBD products may improve libido by reducing anxiety. And no, CBD is not psychoactive. It does not get you high. A recent survey of 5,398 Americans from Remedy Review, a website that focuses on CBD and natural health remedies, found that 9.3% of respondents have taken CBD for sex. The majority of those respondents said their orgasms were more intense after taking CBD. If you are interested in experimenting with CBD in your sex life, I have found a top quality CBD product for you. Their full spectrum CBD comes from premium, sustainably farmed hemp plants, which are processed in the United States. Plus, they have no harmful solvents, chemicals, toxic compounds, or impurities. To get up to 51% off while supplies last, go to CelineRemy.com/go/CBD or click on the link below.